We are on to two-step equations, and I couldn't think of anything funny, so you're stuck with some cute cats. We are going to be working on these types of equations. Now, we're still going to do the same system that we were doing last time, except the number one thing to remember is to do division or multiplication last. So you always want to try to do the addition or subtraction first. So with that in mind, we will draw a line down the middle just like this, and we want to do addition first. So we have the x here, and we have the -1 here. So we want to get rid of this -1 first, and we're going to do that by adding 1 to both sides. And now, because we're going to have another step, we're going to draw this in. Now this goes away, and so on the left side, we're left with 2x, and on the right side, we're left with 4. Okay? So now we have the one-step equation that we tried to do last time, and so we'll divide by 2. And we're left with x equals 2. Now, you are required to always check your answers here, because it's a really easy way to know if you're right or wrong right away. So we get 2 times 2 minus 1, because I'm just plugging this into the original, equals 3. Well, this is 4 minus 1, and that does equal 3, so that means we are correct. So over here on the right, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to try to do addition or subtraction first. So we're going to get rid of this -3. And so we do right there, just like that. Now that goes away. So we're left with 4x equals 8. And now we have the second step. So we're going to divide by 4. And so we're left with x equals 2 again. So now we'll check our answer by plugging it back into the original. So we'll go 4 times 2 plus 3 equals 11. So this becomes 8 plus 3, which does equal 11, so that means we are correct. And all of the problems will work out very similar to this. So for these, now we have some negatives mixed in, but it doesn't change the problem. So we're going to subtract 4. So I'm left with -3y equals -12, because we have -8 and -4 combining. Now, we're going to divide by -3. And so we're left with y equals +4. To check our answer, we go -3 times 4 plus 4 equals -8. So this becomes -12 plus 4. And that does equal -8, so we are correct. Over here on the right, we are going to add 6 to both sides. So we get -2y equals +6. Now we're going to divide by -2. So we're left with y equals -3. We check our answer. -2 times -3. Oops. -6 equals 0. So this becomes 6 minus 6, and that does equal 0, so we are correct. Now you can have some division mixed in, and you can have some order changes, but the problems are always going to work out the same way. So over here, we are going to add 3 to both sides. So we get x divided by 2 is equal to 8. Now we're going to multiply by 2, and we get x equals 16. To check, we go 16 divided by 2 minus 3 is equal to 5. So it becomes 8 minus 3 is equal to 5, and that is correct. Now the order changes a little bit here on the right, but the problem's still the same. We are going to subtract 5, because that's a positive 5, from both sides. So we get x divided by 2 is equal to 10. Multiply by 2 on both sides. So we get x equals 20. And then we just check. 5 plus 20 divided by 2 equals 15. That's 10, so 5 plus 10 equals 15. And that's true. So we're done. Try these on your own. So for this one, we add 8. We get 2x equals 10. We divide by 2. So we get x equal to 5. And then you check. This one, we subtract 5. We get x divided by 3 is equal to negative 2. Multiply by 3. So x equals negative 6. And then we check. Questions, please ask me.